Good morning, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And we are still playing with the very traditional Rider-Waite Tarot all month long, kind of picking apart some of the things that are lesser known symbolism or possibly diving into different modalities that you can connect with the tarot. So, the card I have for you today is the Ace of Cups. So, aces obviously are ones. They represent the kind of seed of things, the beginnings, the openings. So whenever you see an ace, you know it's the start of a story or the start of something new. And cups are representative of the feminine, their water, their emotion. They are movement of a lot of different things, but most of the time they have to do with the heart and emotion, which is why in a standard deck of playing cards, cups are hearts. So if you're ever looking at a standard deck of playing cards and going, what is the relationship between these cards and the tarot, or vice versa? Our standard deck of playing cards are deeply connected to the tarot. So we have Ace of Hearts or Ace of Cups, and this is going to represent new emotions, new love, new experiences, sometimes weddings or births or those kinds of things. The dove that's represented up here is peace and innocence and kind of that newness of life as well. But one of the things I like to point out with this one is it's kind of pointing down. So it's drawing from the divine. It's drawing that innocence and youth and energy to us from above. So when we think about this, it's like bringing it to us rather than sending it out, which brings us to the cup being a receptive vessel, a feminine vessel, and everything is kind of flowing into it so that things can flow out. We see that it's got like a fountain or a spring coming out of it, and it's going into this pool where there are lilies. I'm hoping my pond looks like this someday. So the lilies in here are also representative of innocent and things like that. So again, this is very much that new love, new emotions, everything light and happy and fluffy and innocent, and we haven't been burned yet sort of thing. The hand is typically in all of the aces and in several other cards, but what it's doing is it's offering. So whenever you see something with a hand or hands being represented or they're upturned in some way, these are offerings. So we have a card that is offering this innocence and this freedom and this kind of naive feeling a little bit, and all of this newness is happening. There are clouds represented over here, and we know that clouds are usually something of emotional turmoil. The more clouds they are, the more kind of distressed we are emotionally. If they are dark clouds, that represents a lot of anxiety. In this case, the clouds are kind of a muted gray because, again, we don't really know what's going to happen. We have a lot of faith, but there's not a lot of knowing. So that's what this card is about as well, is having faith, but maybe not knowing things. So you just have to kind of give up yourself to that faith in things. The other thing that's represented on here, and they're really tiny, there's these all little, looks like raindrops. They are actually meant to be yods. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. Y-O-D. And apparently that is the 10th letter in the Hebrew alphabet. It also means life or divinity or things like that. So again, it all ties back to this new, fresh start and all these glorious emotions and all this wonderfulness and all these blessings. And if your cup runneth over, as they say. One of the other things I want to point out to this is that it represents a lot of love story kind of stuff too, which is pretty typical of the cups. It is a story of emotions and love and all of those kinds of things. So if you get this card, there's a good chance that you will be receiving new love or new connections. Obviously, if it shows up in something that is otherwise not a romantic sort of reading, this could be new ideas and new passions. This could be a new opportunity in work, maybe work that is actually going to fulfill you emotionally rather than just fill your wallet. So keep those things in mind when you see this card show up. It doesn't necessarily always mean something of the heart. It just means that you're going to be happy with what's there. Obviously, if this comes up upside down, probably not so happy. You might be coming up with some things that aren't true to yourself, maybe not as much authenticity. But in any case, this is usually a pretty good card. So I hope that it comes to you on a really good day. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye.